Good morning, guys. Back with the Bully, and yesterday we got the steering all fixed up. Today I'm going to address some of the cooling issues. Mostly I'm just going to build a catch can for the coolant overflow and put it behind the tires so it's not going to ever spray in front of the tires. Spray in front of the tires and get moisture under them to cause the tires to get loose. This morning reading the comments on the videos, thank you guys for watching, by the way. Love it that you guys just, you know, share, like, subscribe, get us out there because we like doing this for you. But one of the big comments I saw some people showing some concern about was limit straps. I just wanted to show you that on the chassis itself, there is actually a built-on limiter strap on both sides. So that is this bar right here. This big old bolt down to this one. And this bar right here is the limiter strap. And as you can see down here, this has a nylock with a washer, which is actually loose because that bolt goes up and down. And that is actually what prevents the chassis from over bending either direction. And on top of that, it does have a little nylon skid pad here. And the only way it hits that is if it did go full bend with the tires at low pressure. Because yesterday, while breaking the chassis to weld up the steering, I was always able to slide my fingers under there as soon as, you know, we hit full brake point by jacking it up. So with the tires low, it could hit that. It did hit that in Houston, or not Houston, it did hit that in Florida, one of the very first hits when they got the tires to hook really good. But again, that's just getting the chassis balanced out to find out what it wants to launch at. So I mean, it's actually really cool. It's a really interesting setup, and we're gonna keep putting more safe features on here that we found from the first initial couple good hits on it. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can't make it go faster this weekend. So let's keep making some safety stuff safer. Okay, so the plan for the coolant catch reservoir is to take about a 24-inch piece of 3-inch aluminum tube, cap both ends, put a couple 1/8-inch bungs on it, and then I'm gonna put an old used radiator cap filler neck welded on top so we can have a visual window to look in there and see how much coolant we've actually, you know, pushed or anything like that. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and build this piece of tube into a catch tank. And the first thing I gotta do is cut out a couple end caps. So I took a 2x6, ran a hole saw through one side. I got my aluminum that I want a couple end caps made out of. You know, some 3/32, 60-61. And I just got another 2x6. All I'm gonna do is put this one on top, sandwich it until all I see is aluminum. And we'll clamp that down. Then I can use a hole saw with no arbor, and that'll be my guide. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut those plugs out real quick, and then we'll have our end caps, and we'll get this thing built and crafted right out. There we go. And there's my first one. Number 2. Now one of these I'll cut a hole. Still got to measure what size fits around that old bead there. Cut one in one of those. Weld it on the inside to that, and then I can weld that to my cylinder. This catch tank will start flying together. Alrighty. I got a hole blasted through here, and I got that cleaned up. This is that radiator filler neck cap adapter. I'm gonna go ahead and just center this up on here, and we're gonna go ahead and tack it on. So yeah, I'll just get her all centered, weld her up, and then after that we can put some 1/8-inch bungs and both caps on there. Nope. And then we will have a coolant overflow tank.
Thought he was done, he got me.
That'll hold it in place. Alright, so the bottom cap, I went ahead and drilled a hole, a 1/2 inch hole, to put this 1/8 inch NPT weld bung in. Right now it's just pressed in, so that's going to be the bottom, and it's offset because I have to clear a rail on the bottom of the chassis, so that'll be the spit out of the engine and then suck back into the engine. That's why I put it right on the bottom, so give it the lowest point so it has the best chance at drinking what it needs or expelling it at the bottom. Go ahead and get that welded on, and then we can start welding these caps to the cylinder. I'm gonna go ahead and get the bottom cap on, and then we'll take it over to the car, put a mark for the top so we have our 1/8 inch exit port right where we want it. And this needs to be in a specific spot as well. So, yep, we'll get this cut, bottom weld, and get the top in there. Get her welded up. Did it work?
I think so.
Pretty cool.
It's not working so good. Yeah, it's not working so good.
No?
No.
Trying to fall in.
Alrighty, well, getting ready to start adding some mounts. So this is some extruded aluminum I had laying around, and it's going to get welded along the sides here. And it's got these nifty little holes, which as soon as I get it welded on, I'll show you how it mounts to this bracket. Bear with me for a few seconds, let me get this welded, and then we will go ahead and show you how they're going to combine together and mount in the car. Alright, I'm about to get the lower mount welded on real quick, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys how that top mount's actually going to work. So now that that's tacked on, I'm going to explain this mount real fast. To the lower side, in the body panel, I'm going to go ahead and put a nutsert to fit this little piece right here. A lot of you guys use these to hold fenders to bumpers and stuff like that with little rubber bands. I'm actually going to use it because of that little slot to go in here and hold the bottom in. And then the top has this little fancy plate that's going to rivet to the body, and it is going to go like this. This will be on the body. This will go here. And set this quick lock pin. Slides right through. Stays in. Pivots just a little bit. And this will be the lower mount. And that shouldn't go anywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish welding this up, and then we're gonna go mount it to the body. Alright guys. So I got it all mounted now. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you real quick how it works. So now, I got this guy down here, this quick pin here. Pull the quick pin. Now this thing slides right up and out. It's down on the firewall. There's that little thing. It locks into there. So yeah, quick pin it up. Slide it in. Push in the quick pin. It's a little easier with two hands. And then boom, we got the catch can. We'll run a couple lines. This one's a vent. We can run that towards the back of the car so he never sees it. And then at the bottom, you know, is the fill and pickup, and we just have to replace the ATV or motorcycle or whatever that one was with just a little bit of line. And heck yeah, it's a lot cleaner. This thing's all sweet. It's gonna be a lot safer. No water on the track. You know, keep the Bully and Brent safe.
We're set up to rip in the morning.
Yep.
So we can start dialing stuff in. We're gonna keep dialing it in until it does what we want it to do, and that's go really fast. So appreciate you guys watching. Please give us a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks a lot.